finally official, guys. The UK Home Office Secretary has implemented some of the proposed measures that were made in the last couple of weeks. And some of these measures is actually a massive disruption to the plan of so many immigrants in the United Kingdom, and also those who are planning or looking at coming into the UK come 2024. Now we're going to talk about some of these changes, how some of these changes is going to affect international students who are currently in the UK from being able to either apply for the post-study work visa or the skilled worker visa. And ultimately, the plan is to ensure that they reduce net migration so that people who are coming to the UK can eventually go back to their home country, so that the number of people leaving and number of people coming into the UK can be balanced. So it's really sad, but that's really the reality. And so many of the changes, or many of the changes being passed into law is expected to take effect from spring 2024. So if you're looking at coming to the UK, or you're currently in the UK and you don't really understand some of the new measures that have been put into place now, then you want to watch this video to the end, as I'm going to be breaking it down to the barest minimum. So if this sounds like something you'd like to know, don't go anywhere, keep watching to the end. And if you're coming across my channel for the first time, please hit the subscribe button to join the amazing growing family. And to my returning subscribers, thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate you guys. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. The first measure is to tackle the abuse of the health and care visa. Now, the plan of the government now is, come spring 2024, those coming into the UK on the health and care visa are no longer allowed to bring in their dependents. Now, I really don't know how this is going to play out, to be honest, because according to them, 25% of people coming into the UK on the dependent visa do not have a job. So instead of them contributing to the economy through their tax, their national insurance, they claim that they are taken out of the economy. So the plan is to stop dependent from coming with those on the health and care visa, which makes that particular visa category very, very much less attractive if after this measure or this proposed plan or this measure is passed into law from spring 2024. So if you're looking at coming to the UK on independent visa, but my concern or my reservation now is that, so if you're already in the UK on a student visa with your family and you're looking at switching to the health and care visa, would your partner or children be able to switch to the health and care visa now that they're banning dependent from being able to get into the UK or stay in the UK through the health and care visa? So if you have any thoughts around this, please state in the comment section, because it's quite an open policy. No more dependent visa. What about those who are already in the UK on the student visa and they're moving to the health and care visa? What happens to their partner? Would the partner be able to also apply for the dependent visa under the health and care? So however, the policy is just that anyone coming to the UK on the health and care visa is no longer allowed to bring in their partner. Now, another massive disruption, another massive measure being put into play right now by the UK Home Secretary is the fact that they are increasing the minimum salary threshold for skilled worker from 26,000 now to 38,700 pounds. So it means that if you don't earn 38,700 pounds as a skilled worker, it gets very difficult to be able to get approval on your skilled worker visa application. Now, mind you, the minimum salary requirement is not only the requirement to get a skilled worker visa. However, is one of the requirements. I think it gives about 10 or 20 points. Now, if you're unable to secure, and trust me, it's very, very difficult. 1 out of 10 people who are able to get an official job after completion of that program earn over 38,000 pounds. So it means that it becomes very difficult for international students to be able to get the skilled worker visa here in the UK. So you need to probably be as intelligent as possible to be able to get a job that will pay you almost 40,000 pounds. So it's really sad that that's the reality. So the skilled worker visa is going to be very, very challenging and difficult for those who are on the tier 2 tier 4 visa sponsorship to be able to get into. But as a reality, so another thing they are really putting into consideration, which already is going to be happening from January 16, 2024, is that the IHS fee is going to be increased by 66%. And the plan of the government is that this increase in IHS fee is expected to bring in £1.3 billion pounds per year to the UK government. But now, this is my reservation about this. Now, if they are stopping, people from bringing in their family on the student visa, it means that lesser people would be applying for the student visa to move into the UK. So it means that people will no longer be, be paying the IHS fee that is coming to the UK government every year would definitely reduce. Secondly, with the increase in the threshold, minimum salary threshold, it means that it gets very difficult for people to be able to get the skilled worker visa, because most of the time they earn far less than £38,000. And it's really sad, because even for I understand that the nursing career is part of the shortage occupation. However, a band 5 nurse in the UK earns £28,000. So how come applying for a skilled worker visa for every other person in other profession has now been increased to £38,700? So it gets difficult. So I really don't know how the government is planning to earn or get this revenue of £1.3 billion with all of these strict measures that has been put into play. However, finger crossed, let's see what happens in 2024. So IHS fee is increasing by 66% from £624 to £1,035 come January 16, 2024. Now, another measure that has been put into place is for those who are looking at getting married to a British citizen. Now, this gets a bit strict also, it gets a bit challenging also. So if you're getting married to a British citizen, and of course if you're on a pre-settlement visa and you get someone who is a citizen to get married to, now you apply for what is called a family visa or a spouse visa. Now the new policy now is that if you're getting married to a British citizen, that citizen must also be earning £38,700 minimum. Honestly, so it's really, when they say love don't cost a dime, that's a lie. Love in this situation, UK immigration policy, it actually costs a dime, because if you're going to get married to any UK citizen, that person must earn £38,700 minimum. The question is, how many UK citizens earn £38,700? Please share your thoughts in the comment section. And lastly, the Home Office Secretary has also officially announced that they are going to be reviewing the post-study work visa to avoid abuse. In 2010, post-study work visa was a thing in the UK for students to stay back. In 2012, it was taken away, it was stopped, banned outrightly. It came back again in 2020. Now, the Home Office Secretary is having conversations about reviewing the post-study work visa. The question is, will this be the end of post-study work visa in the United Kingdom? Now, listen to what the Home Office Secretary said in the House of Parliament in relation to their measures to cut down net migration come spring 2020.
First of our 5 points will be to end the abuse of the health and care visa. We will stop overseas care workers from bringing family dependents, and we will require care firms in England to be regulated by the Care Quality Commission in order for them to sponsor visas. Approximately 120,000 dependents accompanied 100,000 care workers and senior care workers in the year ending September 2023. Only 25% of dependents are estimated to be in work, meaning a significant number are drawing on public services rather than helping to grow the economy. We recognise that foreign workers do great work in our NHS and health sector, but it is also important that migrants make a big enough financial contribution. Therefore, we will increase annual immigration health surcharge this year by 66%, from £624 to £1,035, to raise on average around £1.3 billion for the health services of this country every year. Second, we will stop immigration undercutting the salary of British workers. We will increase the skilled worker earnings threshold by a third to £38,700 from next spring, in line with the median full-term wage for those kinds of jobs. Those coming on health and social care visa routes will be exempt, so we can continue to bring in the healthcare workers on which our care sector and NHS rely. Thirdly, We will scrap cut-price shortage labour from overseas by ending the 20% going rate salary discount for shortage occupations and reforming the shortage occupation list. I have asked the Migration Advisory Committee to review the occupations on this list because of our new higher skilled worker salary thresholds. And we will create a new immigration salary list with a reduced number of occupations. People only bring dependents who they can support financially. By raising the minimum income for family visas to the same threshold as the minimum salary threshold for skills workers, which is 38,700. The minimum income requirement of 18,600 has not been increased since 2012. Madam Deputy Speaker, this package of measures will take place from next spring. Finally, having already banned overseas master's students from bringing family members to the UK, I have asked the Migration Advisory Committee to review the graduate route to prevent abuse, to protect the integrity and quality of the UK's outstanding higher education sector. It needs to work in the best interests of the UK, supporting the pathway into high-quality jobs for the global talent pool, but reducing opportunities for abuse. Madam Deputy Speaker, this package of measures, taken in addition with the measures on student dependence that we have already announced in May, means that around 300,000 fewer people will be eligible to come to the UK than were coming last year. This is the largest reduction on record. Immigration policy must be fair, consistent, legal, and sustainable. That is why we are also taking the fight to illegal migration. Our plan to...
So if you have any thoughts around what has been said in this video, please state in the comment section. And if you're coming across my channel for the first time, please click on the like button, hit the subscribe button to join the amazing growing family. And to my returning subscribers, thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate you guys. So this will be the end of this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you.